Good morning. This is Wednesday, the 26th of May, and this is Christ the Servant Lutheran Church in Conway, South Carolina. I'm Jeff Wilson, a member of the congregation, giving today's midweek announcements. Pastor Hank had an unavoidable conflict in his schedule, and he asked me to take it for him. This is a great week in the church. It's between last Sunday, which was Pentecost, the birth of the church and the appearance of the Holy Spirit on the disciples, and next Sunday, which is Trinity Sunday, celebrating the fact that our God appears in three persons. For today's devotion, I'll go back a bit to Pentecost and to the passage in John 14, verse 16. Then I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to be with you forever, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot accept, because it does not see him or know him. But you know him, because he resides with you and will be in you. Jesus is explaining about the Holy Spirit here, but he doesn't use the Greek for spirit or breath, pneuma. Instead, the Greek word is parakletos. In Latin, it's parakletos. In English, we use the word paraclete. You're probably not familiar with those words. They're not common. And part of the reason is this is a word that's extremely difficult to translate into English using just one word. Comforter appears in the oldest English translations. You might remember that from the King James. But today it suggests more like a quilt or a sympathetic mourner at a funeral and falls far short of the full meaning of paraclete. Counselor is adequate, but is too broad. Certainly nothing like a marriage counselor or a camp counselor. Helper or assistant could also be used, but suggests, I think, a much more minor role than the Greek word implies. Advocate is the word chosen for the translation I just read, and it is helpful since an advocate is someone who advocates or supports a position or point of view, and since this is what the Paraclete did for the disciples and their preaching. But the Greek word itself comes from roots, meaning to call alongside, to come up alongside, to stand beside. One who supports, uplifts, and steadies. When faced with the challenges of life and the devil, we have a paraclete who stands beside us. That, I think, is the takeaway from this name of the Holy Spirit. The well-known phrase, "you are never alone," applies perfectly here. The Holy Spirit, one of the three persons of the living God, stands with you in your most difficult times. Always rely on his support. We have a large number of announcements today, and be patient as I read through them. If you're interested in meeting with Pastor Hank, just call the office and talk to Stacy at 843-347-4914. I'd be glad to set up a time for you. The Prayer Circle Ministry, a wonderful ministry of this church, which has a large participation and has done wondrous things through the power of prayer, gathers in the sanctuary every Tuesday at 10 a.m. You can contact Jessica Hadaway with any questions. Communion. If you desire communion from Pastor Hank, again, call the office and schedule a date and time to receive Holy Communion. You can make an appointment for here at church or request a home visit. The social ministry team is in need of yarn for a project with Pruitt Nursing Home. No amount is too small. You can leave your donations of yarn in the church narthex. Thank you for your help. We have a grief support group that gathers Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. in the conference room. Come as you are. Together, we will take steps toward healing. More information found in the pamphlets located in the narthex. The golf group continues to play on Thursdays at the Hackler course at CCU. The social ministry is collecting new children's storybooks for the Little Free Library supported by a Father's Place. New books may be placed in the designated box located in the narthex. They are also collecting non-perishable items for the less fortunate in our community. Through CAP, we aim to serve. Items can be dropped off during the week between 9 and 1, or you can drop off items while you attend Sunday service. Bible study, now open to all members and friends, men and women of Christ the Servant Lutheran Church. Our Bible studies are held every Tuesday of the month in the fellowship hall at 2 p.m. and that's every third Tuesday, not every Tuesday, and every third Saturday of the month in the fellowship hall as well at 10 a.m. We have two important events happening on June 6th. We will have a congregational meeting immediately following the 11 o'clock service. We need this to discuss and approve a contract for repair of the flashing and the roof on the outside of this building. It is extremely important that we have the turnout to have a quorum for this very important meeting. Also on the 6th, right after that meeting, we will have a celebration. We will celebrate I believe it's 40th, it's not on my list here, but it's the 40th anniversary of our pastor's ordination. And we're so happy to be able to share that with him. Please come for that. Finally, my announcement. I have a workshop that I'll be leading tomorrow, that's Thursday, tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. It will last about 90 minutes. The title is Fasting for the Body and Soul. We will explore how fasting is something that can be used in your faith life to strengthen your faith and your worship, and also how you might use it in your health life to benefit your body. All are welcome. That will be in the conference room as well tomorrow at 6 p.m. That is all the announcements.